Hello, I'm Michael Spicer, and I think that with holidays, we are creating more work for ourselves. Going on holiday, taking a break from our day-to-day lives to rest, to relax, in a new, culturally rich environment, to go and explore, to go on adventures, to spend time, quality time, with our loved ones. I mean, it sounds great, doesn't it? So why is it so stressful? It sounds great in theory, but the modern concept of going on holiday is just as stressful as the rest of our lives. So let's find out why that is. First things first, to begin the process of a holiday, you need to prepare for it, and you need to go to your boss to ask for the time off. And that's not always as easy as you think. Hello, sir. I'd like to book some holiday, please. What? Really? Have you got holiday? Yes, I've got holiday. That's why I'm asking to book some holiday. When? And don't say August, because that's our busiest time. It's August. Couldn't you push it back to January? No, I have children, so I need to book a holiday in August. No one needs to go on holiday. I haven't been on a holiday for 7 years, so... You have a second home in Tuscany that you visit every weekend. That's not a holiday. Have you ever had a second home in Tuscany? Not that I can... It's a nightmare. The maintenance and upkeep alone is a full-time job. I mean, just do not get rich, okay? It's just a massive headache. Oh, okay. Can I have some time off then? Have you delegated all your duties to members of your team so that they can take care of things whilst you're away? If by that you mean watering my yucca and making sure that no one adjusts the height of my office chair, then yes. You see, sometimes I think that you are a committed member of this team, and then you go and ask to spend time with your family for a week. 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Who do you think you are, Phileas Fogg? No, go back to your desk. I'm not authorising any holiday. Go on. We are too busy, and this is just too much of a high-pressured situation for you to take 2 weeks off. I mean, it's like I'm the only one in this company with a passion for novelty aprons these days. Once you've got over that hurdle and your boss now knows your entire holiday itinerary, it's time to decide what you're going to take on holiday with you. And no matter how prepared you think you are, there'll always be something missing. And that one thing is invariably the difference between a lovely vacation and a horrible nightmare. Right, I better take a suit on holiday. You never know, I might be invited to some function or something, I don't know. I better take a toilet brush. That's very important. It's just such a lottery these days, isn't it? A toilet brush by the toilet. You just never know, do you? You never know. What about a second toilet brush? Just in case the people who are in the room next to us in the hotel also want a toilet brush. Yes, I'll get another toilet brush. Oh, hang on a minute. What if the guest that I give the toilet brush to is a professional darts player and he wants to thank me by taking me out to a bar and the bar has a dartboard and he wants to play darts with me? Well, I'm just going to have to take it. I'm going to have to find room. It's easy to be lured in by super cheap flights these days. But what they don't tell you is that doesn't include luggage. So if you're travelling with literally nothing, it is a great deal. But if you're not a cartoon character and you do want to wear another set of clothes, then you do need to think about luggage. Of course, you've always got your carry-on bag, and that keeps things like headphones, books, eye mask, basically anything that means that you don't have to engage with anyone around you, including friends and family. Your checked bag is your main luggage. And despite you packing all of your essentials in there, you do need to make peace with the fact that you might not see it again. But once you've landed, it's all good, right? No. The main attraction for holidaymakers is the beach. You see the beach looks beautiful, you get to the beach and you go, ooh, the beach. For the British, the beach is usually a Spanish beach, and there are many British expats who live in Spain, and God forbid you should ever get into a conversation with one of those. Morning. Morning. Lovely day. Yeah. Are you here on holiday or? No, I live here, mate. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, well, it used to be. Oh, why's that? Too many of them Spanish around these days, mate, ruining the place. Spanish. Yeah, lots of new housing going up around here, mate, and the Spanish are coming over in their droves. I don't know. It used to be a nice beach resort, this place, but I don't know. It's gone downhill now. I'm sorry. We're in Spain. Look. I'm not racist, but When I walk down the street, I don't want to hear foreigners talking in their own language. You mean Spanish? Yeah, Spanish. Before you know it, they'll be closing all the pubs around here and opening up tapas restaurants. Then where are we going to get our Sunday roasts in 40-degree heat? I take it you're English. Of course I'm English. I'm a proud Englishman. I'm as English as St. George. He was... what? Never mind. If you're such a patriot, though, why did you move here from England in the first place? Too many foreigners. They've taken over, mate. I mean, what gives immigrants the right to come over here, there, and change the culture and tell everyone what to do? You're an immigrant. No, I'm not. I told you I'm English. Right. Well, I've got to go. So, goodbye. Wait a minute. We haven't finished talking here. Is that a roast beef dinner under £10 over there? What? Where? What? Just over here? What? But there's a worse type of holiday than the one where you're surrounded by Brits abroad, and that's the cruise. Yes, being trapped on a boat or a ship is often the premise of a lot of disaster movies and horror movies, but it's also one of the most popular holiday options today. The modern cruise ship itself is like a floating temple of hubris, rivaled only by the Tower of Babel. The cruise ship is, of course, an evolved version of the Titanic. It's like the pleasure cruise industry saw what happened to the Titanic and thought, yeah, maybe it just needs a few more karaoke bars and a roller coaster. And so the modern cruise ship was born. Some people just love to go backpacking, don't they? Well, by some people, I mean people in their 20s with a trust fund and no desire to work when they finish uni. I mean, it's not technically backpacking if your backpack is a £7,000 Louis Vuitton one. Many will choose to backpack across Europe, which usually involves a train to Prague and staying in Airbnbs, which do come with their own hazards. I'd like to make a complaint. Look, I know you're behind there. I've been to Airbnbs before. There's always someone behind the mirror. I'd like to make a complaint, please. If you don't speak up, I'll give you 1 star.
All right, what's the problem?
In your listing, you said that the ensuite has a high-pressure shower with 4 settings: jet, blast, spray and rain.
Right.
Well, I was just in there right now and it felt like I was being cried on by elves.
Look, can we discuss this when I'm not spying on you through a mirror? Only this is really awkward.
Well, how long are you going to be?
Not long. I'm not really into it today, so 5 minutes?
Fine.
Yeah, put the kettle on or something.
That's another thing. The kettle is full of limescale. It's disgusting.
Well, that's not my fault. I live in a hard water area.
Oh, honestly, these Airbnbs, they get worse every day. No holiday is complete without some kind of attraction, from historical sites such as Machu Picchu and the Colosseum to natural wonders like the Grand Canyon and Peppa Pig World. Europe's churches boast some of the most stunning architecture ever constructed, and are almost always dedicated to somebody who was killed in the most macabre way imaginable, often by the church. The east window behind the altar depicts Christ as king, reigning in heaven. The window has unfortunately lost much of its original detail, but it's still possible to make out St. Cassian being stoned to death. The chapel provides a peaceful place for personal prayer and features an engraved panel depicting the double beheading of St. Crispin and St. Elric, which is absolutely astonishingly beautiful. The south side of the cloister forms the passageway between the old Archbishop's Palace and the door into the cathedral. Many people have remarked upon the tranquility of this part of the cloister and often come here to contemplate and to be alone with their thoughts. It was here in 1079 that the 6 saints of Osric were chopped up into 1,000 pieces by the Knights of Archibald, later to be known as the brutal night of the chopping up. Can we stop for a minute? I don't feel very well. Yes, of course. Why not compose yourself by the beautiful rose garden? That's where St. Crispin of Krasnock was pulled inside out by 4 horses. From what I understand, travelling in the US often involves a road trip, which are always so long that it would give Christopher Columbus second thoughts. It will also involve driving past the world's largest household item and then taking a picture standing next to it. Why have we stopped here? To look at the world's largest cheese grater. Why? Why is this here? Well, it's the largest one. It's the largest cheese grater. Yes, but I don't get the point of this. Why? Look, it's not just large, right? It's The largest. I mean, America's just amazing, isn't it? No, see, I need a point behind the attraction. I need a reason for this to be here. Otherwise, it's just a very large cheese grater by the side of the road. All right, let me have a look. Okay, so in the neighbouring city, there is the largest block of parmesan in the world. Right. And next to that city is the largest bowl of pasta. I'm going back to the car. And every year, the three cities come together. I'm leaving. The annual ceremony kills at least 10 people each year. Damn. But this is also 2024, which means a historically high likelihood that you will bump into a travel influencer who are attempting to make your holiday part of their Instagram post. Which brings me to my least favourite aspect of tourism. Tourists. Not you, obviously, not you, the tourist, but, you know, them. You know, them. You know? Yeah. Chances are the thing that will ruin your holiday is someone else's holiday. Because we feel the pressure to make holidays centred around me time, that means we have substantially less tolerance for people who are not you. Well, holidays aren't relaxing. They're the opposite. It's a never-ending journey of stress from the moment you leave to the moment you get back home. So it's a relief to return to real life after the ordeal of going on holiday. Any R&R that you may have accrued on holiday is almost immediately exhausted by a myriad of problems with delays, layovers, transfers you've missed in the return trip. So is it worth spending thousands of pounds every year to go abroad and be disappointed? Or are there alternatives? Well, Street View's pretty good, isn't it? Anyway, like and subscribe. Goodbye.